Hey there, folks. Been a busy day here. Let's do today's CSS Daily Target. Oh, yeah. Super fun. What do we got? um, I think I feel very inclined to go conservative on this today. And what do I mean by conservative? What I mean is um, conservative for me means all gradients on the body. I might do this multiple ways, but let's start with a radial gradient, a circle, which is transparent in the middle, and then goes out to white. So that's going to look like nothing. That's currently nothing. But if I add this color in the background, then you can see it. Okay, 60 pixels and 0. So that's how you get that. It needs to be bigger. 100, 20, and that's how you get a green. Okay, so what are the parts? What are the pieces? Let's do a linear gradient at a angle. I think what I want is 135 degrees. Is that right? I can't remember how it goes. And I'm going to undo that. So yes, that's what I want. 0 and then 200 pixels are my color stops. So where does that go? This needs to be like 2, and this needs to be like 4 or 3, 50, 40, 30, 20, 19, 18, 17. And then more, 2, 3, 4, 5, 48, 47, 48, 47, 46, 47.5. All right. And so I'm doing decimals there. That's how it goes. So 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 6, 7. Again, this is all about getting the cleanest possible angle, cleanest possible edges when I'm looking at that diff there. So let's, we're going to do what, 45? And then for that, we're coming in. So now I'm going to put red in the background. So that's red is poking through. And obviously, that's not totally what we want, right? We don't want that. So, okay, that's what that's doing. How about 1? There we go. So, so next, what I'm trying to do is get these numbers to be 5, 6, 7, 0.5. Looks like those 0.5s are going to keep cropping up. How about 2, 3, 17. And then actually, let's see. So I'm going to put red in the background here. And I think what that means is if I put red, blue in here as another color stop, whoops. What do we get? Well, the problem is that we got 0, 200 pixels. Yeah, that's the side we want. 2, 210, and that's also white. So I'm going to put black in the background so I can see it. Okay, 218. That could be right. And then another linear gradient at 135 degrees. So let's do that. So it's going to be green and then white. Green. And commas between each one. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 6, There it is, 7. Let's submit and see what we got. So yes, multiple gradients, all slash, so inner circle, linear gradient, linear gradient, linear gradient, and that's the way we try to create these shapes. Now, that is a nub of a problem, and I think it's not this one, but the next one, 2 to 6. Yeah, that's the edge, 7.5. Let's submit that and see if we get 100% match. Is this a hard way to do it? Yes. There's 100% match. So I'm going to minify and unit replace and submit again. And then I don't usually do this, but let's see about doing this in a more conventional way. So let's do border solid white and border width border dash width, and then a height is going to be, it's very short, right, like 20, and the border width is 0, 0, 40 pixels, 40 pixels or something. No background. And I'm going to set a width on this as well. Width should be taller, 3, 4. We're kind of eyeballing it. So, okay, right now we got margins here. Let's do it with rotate. Rotate 45 degrees. No, minus 45 degrees. There we go. There's your shape. How do we put it where we want? Oh, and then let's put green on the background so we can make sure that we see everything that we're going to do. And actually, no, we'll go ahead and do the radial gradient. Radial gradient, circle. And like always, I've forgotten what the heck the numbers were there. That's okay. I can do it again. 120? Is that right? Hey, that's right. Love it. All right. So there's your. And I'm going to put a color on this just so I can see the darn thing. Background black. There we go. Okay, so now margins. Margin. Doing 4 numbers. So the top margin 100, and then this margin here 200. Kind of moving it into place. How about 1, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and then 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 9, 3, 30, 4. And from this, we are learning what? We are learning that we don't need that background, and then we're too tall by 10 pixels, maybe 30. That means all the other numbers have to change. So 32, 46, 4, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 7, 6, 40. Very tricky. 7, 25, 6, 7, 39, 25. Let's submit that and see if we got it. So I'm not a big fan. That margin game that I'm playing there of a rotated object, I got it, is very difficult to do, right? Like, as much as I did that very quickly, I understand that's a very painful process. But the key is to just keep hammer, 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 try, adjust, and just keep moving both knobs and create code that allows you to switch up what numbers you do. So here, see these zeros in the middle? That's important. If you try to do a 2 number margins, you're doing top and bottom margin, and you're going to alter the rest of the layout. So in this case, I just want the top margin and the left margin to move those things. Now I could also use position fixed and a top and left, but the rotate makes it complicated, right? Like, so that's really where that is. But you rotate it, there you go. Now I haven't found a reliable way, so I'm going to minify and mute and replace. I haven't found a reliable way to think about an initial position and then where it's going to be after it's rotated. It's related to where the center of the object is. So if you change the sizing, then all of that changes. Now, you could do a transform dash origin, and alter that, and then you have a more consistent, like, okay, it's always going to be rotating around that. You might have luck like placing it, like moving this right into this spot, like put the corner of it right there, and then with the transform origin be able to do something different. But that's, again, more code. So let's resubmit that, and that's probably shorter code. So 2 ways to do that, guy. Which is a lot of fun, and that's a better score. I have a hard time arguing with that. You could also use conic gradients for this. As much as the conic gradient is my favorite kind of gradient, as I've said many times in many videos. For this, it ends up being tricky. You got so there's one, there's another there, and then maybe one linear gradient, but it's still a radial gradient, but it's still a lot of gradients. So linear is just easier to click, do that, do the right edge, left edge, bottom edge, etc. So that's fun. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you're having a great day. Go make a web page and be kind to each other. It is rough out there. Bye-bye.